Chris Weidman's return to the win column at UFC on ESPN 54 was nothing short of strange. On Saturday, he earns a unanimous decision victory over Bruno Silva that was originally called a third-round TKO after he seemingly hurt, eye-poked, knocked down Silva in a final sequence. The replay showed it wasn't eye poke, but the fight's waved off there. A little bit of controversy. Silva is freaking out, very upset, understandably so. The fight is called a third-round TKO for Weidman, but then minutes later, apparently the commission reviewed the tape and they changed it to a unanimous decision for Weidman. Somewhat of a technical decision, I guess, because the round was half over, but still very strange. I mean, the eye poke was very obvious. You can call it unintentional, but there was multiple of them in this fight. Weidman was warned for the extended fingers, just all very bizarre. It probably should have been a no contest here. You got to feel for Silva, who's now on a 3-fight losing skid, the longest of his career. But on the flip side, you have to feel happy for Weidman for getting his hand raised. I'm sure this isn't the way him or his team wanted it. Really, anyone wanted it. Lots of controversy attached, but he is a winner for the first time since 2020 and the first time since he snapped his leg in very gruesome fashion in April 2021 against Uriah Hall. So there is a lot of positive energy there for Weidman on that side. He's not going to retire. He's not going to go out on this high from what he was saying post-fight. He wants to keep going. In fairness to him, he did look better in this fight than we have seen him in multiple outings, but the whole eye poke situation just made this whole ending very bizarre, controversial, whatever you want to call it. But it seems like unless we get a commission review later in time and this is overturned, this is going to stand as a win for Weidman. So he is back in the winner's circle at 39 years old, and he is going to want to keep pushing. I don't think this performance convinced me another run or anything like that is on the horizon for Weidman, but he still does have some solid skills. He can fight against these guys who are outside of the top 15, maybe on the bottom end of it, and I think that's kind of where he goes from here. If I'm him, I think a matchup against the winner of the UFC 301 fight between Caio Borralho and Paul Craig would probably make sense. Both those guys have interesting matchups with Weidman for different reasons. Of course, Craig with the grappling, and Borralho, he'd be, I believe, 6-0 in the UFC if he wins that fight and be worthy of a name like Weidman. So I don't really know how much this changes the overall scheme of Weidman's career. It extends it for sure, and not having another loss here, he gets the win, but I don't think there is a super green pastures on the horizon for him, but maybe another win or two if he can build on this, take the good things away and the confidence. And I think the winner of Borralho and Craig would be a nice fit for where Weidman's at this point in his career.